Star Trek wise that you would want to bring down with you?
I think that's all we're going to be able to have. Is if we don't, if we can't use our communicators, then I think we just have to. I think that's all we can bring is our phasers. That's all we have.
Yeah.
Is there some sort of
And
like
tricorder.
just like basic repair kit I can bring?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe
Yeah.
the doctor can give us like a bioscanner in case we come
Yeah.
across survivors or people who are something like that.
Yeah. Do you want to ask him?
Yes, let's ask the doctor, even though
Yeah,
he'll
I wanna
probably throw
think-
me out.
Yeah, sorry.
I hate interacting with him.
Please state the nature of the medical emergency.
Doctor, we would like to bring with us a bioscan or something like that while we land on the planet, just in case we come across survivors of some sort.
Are you referring to a medical tricorder?
Yes, exactly. Something like that. Exactly.
I wasn't aware that any of the away team had significant medical training. If they did, I am surprised that I was summoned in the first place.
No. I think
That's no
I think
normal
Fred
piece of
may, or I mean, do not get, swayed by the
Need to know what's
mother.
gonna
He does know a lot more than he appears. No.
Yes, his hair is unusual. Well, I will say that I tend to use the medical tricorders here in sickbay. But I suppose I can make a decision one. You promise you'll bring it back in good working order.
I promise I will tell Fred not to do anything to it. I will bring it right to him, sir.
Okay, and he goes in the drawer and goes, please tell Fred that I need it back.
She sees that face.
And she puts it in her pocket, like, definitely.
And he boom, he vanishes. Okay, so you have a medical tricorder, you have a repair kit. Anything else you can think of?
I have a question. So
Okay.
I wonder if
Should be one
Eva
more
knows
page.
what language they speak down there, and if we would need a universal translator, maybe.
You were actually able to synchronize the Universal Translator software as you were kind of absorbing these transmissions. So your standard translators should work. It's one of the things about Star Trek that's just kind of like when they need people to speak a different language, it's like they speak in Klingon. Like we wrote the language, so they're speaking the language. But then in every other circumstance, they sound and look like they're speaking English. Their mouths are making the same. They should look like they're saying something else. I guess it's really advanced software. But yes, the universal translating software should work.
Okay. Cool.
Warp reality itself, that universal translator.
That's true. Incredibly powerful. Okay. So you guys all pile into the Aero shuttle. And why don't... Okay, so Sutaka is...
Shotgun.
Yes.
Shotgun.
Of course. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay, so Chief Meba, are you at Ops then?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, so, and if you look, hit the model, actually I have the model here. So, on the Intrepid class, I hope you can barely kind of see the outline on this, but the Aero shuttle is embedded into the base of the disc. So it's kind of like slots into there. So you guys all pile into the shuttle. You have all of your equipment and everything, and it's just like being docking clamps released. Best of luck, and chunk, the shuttle kind of separates from the disc, and yeah, you fire up the impulse engines and you breach the atmosphere. So the minute that you get into the troposphere of this planet, you can feel Sutaka, everybody on board, you can feel the energy fluctuations, the weather, it feels like it's going to shake the ship apart, despite it being designed for this very purpose. So, Sutaka, please give me a daring or control plus con task.
Ooh. Let's do, either one. I'll do control plus 4, so it's 11 and a 4.
Okay.
See how we do? Ooh. Oh god, 15 for 1 and a 4. Ooh.
Okay, that's a crit success. All right, and Meba, you can assist at ops, but you would have to give me either control or engineering or reason and science.
Let's see. I'm gonna do control and engineering,
Okay.
and I have a small craft focus. Would that help?
Yes. Yes,
Awesome.
that absolutely helps. Yeah.
So that would be control and engineering is 14. I've got a 14 and a 12.
Okay, so that's 2 more successes. So that gives you 2 more momentum. So you're able to land. You're able to Sutaka with some help. You're able to land like very smoothly. Like you're all probably blown away by the how easily like she handles this horrible situation.
Fred, what kind of compliment does a Romulan appreciate?
A Romulan, let me think here. A Romulan would most likely appreciate commentary on like their subterfuge or their ability to lie or dissemble. But I'm not sure that it comes into play here.
No, I think I can make it work.
They're as proud as any humanoid, so I'm sure just add a girl is the way to go.
No, I want to try to make the subterfuge thing work. So I'm going to compliment flying in code.
Oh.
So
I'm sure that'll work, Arf.
I know, right? So Arp is going to lean up in the back of the arrow shuttle and is going to be like, Lieutenant, excellent work with the cow pasture surveying.
And Sutaka is gonna look backwards and then lean over to me and say, "What is he talking about?"
I don't know. I think he's trying to give you a compliment.
Very well.
All things considered, Arf, I think that went really well.
That went a lot better than I expected.
That was good. That was good.
Wow. Man. Really lucky you brought Fred.
So wait, Sutaka's gonna reluctantly reach into her bag and say heads up and throw over her head the tricorder right at Fred.
Whoa! I'll try to catch it. Bobble it. Oh, a medical tricorder. Thank you, Sutaka. I'm gonna actually hit that. I'm gonna kind of like approach the front view screen and kind of nudge my way in between the 2 chairs between Sutaka and Meba, and I'm gonna be like, really good landing. That was something else. Hey, Sutaka.
Yes.
That reminds me, have you had a chance to think about the proposition that I gave you in our check-in meeting?
Proposition? I don't remember you proposing anything to me. Are you sure it was me you proposed to?
Yes, Sutaka. You see, as you all know, Captain Swarsky has put me in charge of team building exercises. And when this mission is over, I'd like to enlist you in a very special role in the first team building exercise. I've decided to stage a production in Holodeck 3 of the famous 20th century human drama Our Town by Thornton Wilder. And I was thinking, I think you have got the gravitas and the stage presence to pull off the role of the stage manager. What do you think? It's kind of the narrator of the whole thing. The production falls apart without it. It's critical that someone who's cool under pressure can take on this part.
That would be a control task for sure.
Well, I mean, I have been told that my voice can be very commanding. This might be something we could talk about.
Okay, well, something to think about. I've already set up all the rehearsal space in Holodeck 3. All the lines are there. All you need to do is dedicate 5, 6, 7, 10 hours on learning. You do have the most lines in the play, so, but it's a very important part.
Well, I am flattered that you might think I would work in your production. Where will this production be held?
It'll be held in holodeck 3. The only person I know who's going to be in the crowd is the captain, but I'm sure Commander and maybe we could even get the doctor to patch in. He could use a little levity in his life, and our town's a pretty light production.
The doctor? I thought we were going to limit the amount of time we spent interacting with the hologram doctor.
Oh, yeah. You're the star, Sutaka. You're the star. You don't want the doctor there? We won't have the doctor there.
Yes. Make sure you give me my lines soon so I have time to practice for this. Meanwhile,
ready right now.
we literally
You
just
can-
landed a ship. We're talking about this.
Oh, yeah.
I think the doctor would make an excellent part. It would be excellent in the part of Emily.
And then I turn. Then I turn to Miba and I say, "Speaking of stars, there is a character in our town called Emily Webb. She's the main character. Very important role. It requires someone with a certain je ne sais quoi. And as a communications expert, I gotta be certain you understand what that means, right, Miba?"
So she's been holding her breath like the whole time because I don't know if it's like your sweater or like you being from the past, but like you've got a smell that she can't point out. So she's like,
It's called Drakkar Noir.
sure.
Yeah,
Drakkar Noir, yes,
Noir.
for sure.
1993.
Program the replicator to provide it.
That's exactly right.
Oh, man.
Well, something to think about, and it's an important part. We see Emily as a child, and then she goes and she tries, she gets married. We see the growth of this person, and you strike me as someone who's on the beginning of a growth journey of your own, and I just think it fits hand in glove to be one of our stars.
So like the production of this, like how many runs are we doing? Like how much am I making an hour? Do I get paid
I mean,
for
it will
my
be months of
practicing
work,
my lines?
and we will only do it once for really the captain's making me do it. But I'm excited. I used to be a theater director back before the big freeze, and there's nothing to worry about. I've run this production with 8th graders, 9th graders, middle schoolers can handle it. I'm sure maybe you'll do great.
All right. Well, I'll send you my invoice, and you let me know how that's gonna work. 'Cause this seems like a large investment for just one time.
Let me talk to the captain, and I'll get back to you on any kind of remuneration. Should probably.
Just like
Never gonna hear from him again.
And then I go and I just sit down right next to Arf, and I just don't say anything to Arf at all.
That's what I thought.
Or just keep glancing over and be like, they said I had a voice for the ages at Starfleet Academy.
Oh, Arf! I should have thought. We're doing a production of our town, a famous play from ancient Earth history, and I've got a part that I think will be perfect for you.
Go on.
Would you like to be in the play?
I think I could squeeze it in.
Excellent. You're really gonna love this part, Arf. It's Simon Stimson, the choir director of Grover's Corners, this quaint little town in New Hampshire. Everybody in town loves him, Arf. But here's the really interesting part. There's more to Simon than meets the eye. Inside, he's like a really tortured, really sad kind of guy. He's seen his share of troubles, and by the end of the play, he actually commits suicide. It's really sad. And I think, you Boldians being so uplifted and happy, this would be a really interesting opportunity to see what the shoe is like on the other foot, so to speak. Will you be my sad choir director? I only ask the best actors to stretch. It's a really important part.
I shall give it my all.
Excellent. Holodeck 3 when we get back.
Call up any records on method acting.
Well, my job here is done, Captain.
at that moment, I'm gonna spend 2 threat here.
Oh, God.
Who gave you threat?
There,
give you that?
The game master starts out with 2 threat for each player.
Oh.
So I have 8 right now. I'm gonna spend 2 of them. There is a sudden gust of subspace electroactivity that it makes you thought you were going in for a smooth land. You can see the craft like crashed down there on the ground, but all of a sudden the controls, the displays go crazy. give Sutaka. Give me a daring and
11 and a 4. No, I got a 9 and a 20.
Okay.
I failed.
All right. Like, so as you're talking about casting the shuttle, all of a sudden, boom, like you're all tossed aside to the other side of the shuttle. And Sutaka's like, is able to kind of steady it before you land. You land next to craft. You know it's a critical atmosphere. Ramp lowers, and as you exit the shuttle, you see the wreckage of the SS Tesla. It is lying in the burnt remains of this rainforest. Everywhere. You can see it for miles and miles, like as you're flying towards it. The crew cabin looks like it's mainly intact. It's a small civilian version of a Raven-class science vessel. And you look around and you see immediately the crash site. It looks like there are 2 recent mounds of earth with markers placed in the site.
Like in order like to find the ship later, sort of thing, or
It's hard to tell. There's like it's like a pile of dirt with like just like a stick like shoved into.
what? I thought they were just piles of dirt with sticks in them.
Oh, they are, but there's usually a body right under all that.
That's significant.
It's a great lateral array.
I don't know. I figure like she didn't grow up on Ferengi, so she doesn't like have that. Like she learned how to talk with her teeth here or something. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. With that, Ferengis. Yeah.
On the way.
People were very excited about the combos of this voice. I have to say, I can't imagine anything. I can't imagine.
Can I do a scan with my tricorder to confirm if there are beneath the surface of these mounds?
Sure. And that is difficulty 0. You're able to do that. There are 2 bodies. Looks like they're recently deceased. One is human and the other is dead.
Can I also scan the ship itself and see the extent of the damage? And
Yeah, and you'll have to like kind of poke in into the wreckage to clear the what it is. So with the tricorder and going in, if you look, it seems like there was definitely heavy damage. And it looks like the warp core was shut down. Looks like just prior to crash landing. Thus preventing what would have been a catastrophic explosion, although there is still emergency power running, like you can see it on the screen. And you take a good look, you poke around like under the consoles and like, look at the engines and everything, and it is beyond repair. Even if you had supplies directly from the bracket, this ship will never fly again. It also looks like the computer data cores and all the logs have been removed.
oh, interesting. All right. Well, if we can't fly it out and it's unrepairable, which, by the way, disappoints our can-do spirit immensely.
Yes.
But is there a way we could self-destruct the ship so that none of the technology could ever be found by the Lormians?
Yeah, well, you could reactivate the warp core and detonate it, which would take out the ship and about a 10 square mile radius area of rainforest. That's one option.
That seems like okay. Let's call that option A.
We could blow up the ship. Option A.
Like blow up our evidence. Yes.
The other thing you could do, and it would take a while, it just immediately that occurs, is that you could ship it back up to the bracket piece by piece. You have plenty of cargo
Tractor beam.
space
Oh, okay.
in the Aero shuttle. It would take a few trips, and if you use the other shuttles too, you could do it within a few hours probably.
I mean, at the very least, we need to get the warp core out of here.
Definitely.
Okay, so that's good to know. But so now, knowing that with the data core missing and the crew missing, I guess our priority is to find the survivors and see what we can do. Okay, gang, let's gather up, let's huddle up and talk plan here.
Okay.
So let's come up with what's our strategy for getting over to the city to see if we can't get those survivors out without, violating Prime Directive.
So we
I
can't
suppose
go in.
I don't think we'll be able to walk in this city undetected. I mean, none of us look even remotely like lemurs.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's true.
We could be costumed troubadours who travel from city to city, something like that.
I wonder,
we can be-
can we communicate with the people? They have like communicators probably on their ship and on their person maybe. Can we like use ours to intercept with their communicators and be like, get out here?
You would have to, if they do have communicators, they aren't Starfleet communicators, so you would have to be able to sync up with them somehow, assuming they even have them. But you couldn't just do it from here without talking to them in person first.
Could we use the sensors on the Aero Shuttle to kind of get a specific fix
That
on
must be one of the missing
the human life
triumphs.
forms?
Yeah, and
idea.
actually, that's you could use that.
Wait, how
You
did I
could
get
use
back
the
here?
sensors on the Aero Shuttle to get more information
What
on
is
them,
this
and also
deal?
get a more detailed reading of anything else in the area that you wanted to. Now that you're below like the main level of the subspace disturbance, you'd be able to get a much better idea of what's going on down here.
Maybe let's start with the scan, and then we'll see where we're at.
I definitely am interested in that subterranean power because that probably created some super bugs that are delicious. So, if we can check that out for that purpose,
I'd be down for
Sutaka's looking at me like,
girl, you know, I love bugs, and I haven't had a really good bug since I've been on Ferengi. I'm gonna find a good bug. I know it grosses you out. Just let me live.
Replicated bugs just aren't the same,
They're
are
not
they?
the same.
They're not the same. You know what?
Do you eat
Yeah.
them raw or do you saute them?
I mean, the Ferengi ones you can eat raw. They're delicious. Don't cook them.
Well, of course. Ferengi
escape
grade
out
The Earth
bugs
ones
are.
don't even use. Like, you're gonna
we
dry
don't
them
eat
out,
bugs
use them
on
as
Earth.
jerky maybe, but like,
No.
you are all barbaric.
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you.
All right.
Hey, Meba, food for thought. In the future, see if the replicator databanks have something called a gummy worm. It's an ancient Earth tradition. It's a food. I think you might actually really like it.
The humans eat gummy worms?
When humans eat worms, that's almost always the kind they eat, I assure you.
Okay, I'm trusting you. Okay.
You should trust me. I'm the ship's counselor.
Aren't most worms gummy? That's been my experience.
I mean, some of them are slippery.
We could probably talk about this later, honestly. It was just a spur of the moment kind of a...
We're the worst crew ever.
It's such a disaster
I
already.
didn't mean
It's
for
just
that to
like-
go that long.
Don't dangle a cuisine-based roleplay in front of this group.
Everyone's obsessed with food in this group. Every one of these characters is obsessed with food.
All right, Arf will fire up the sensors on the Aero Shuttle and see what we can learn.
Okay, so
Okay.
you start. Oh, does anyone else want to check out the Tesla, by the way?
Yeah.
I feel like I do generally. I have an investigation focus, so I feel like I just have a general interest
great.
in just checking
Okay.
it out.
That is awesome. So why don't you give me a task, give me a check. Let's call it reason and security.
Reason and security. Okay, that's a 10.
What's your security?
2.
Okay, so 2 or less, it's a crit success.
Oh, jeez. 9 and 5. Nice.
Wow. Okay, so 2 successes. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going through the ship, and it occurs to you to search the crew quarters. and you go in there, and it looks like everything has been removed. Like, things are in pretty good shape. Like, everything doesn't look like anything was disrupted too bad, even by the crash. But it looks like somebody took all the personal effects from all the crew of the shuttle.
Even the personal effects of the 2 dead crew members?
Yeah, it looks like you go through none of the crew compartment, none of them has any, like, personal effects left in them.
Yeah, that's unusual.
So between that and all the logs and data,
Should we dig up the dead bodies or?
so great.
It's like considered a desecration, most likely.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I mean, can I do a scan on the network for any of the data cores, the data cores, or systems that were removed? Are they very nearby?
You do that, and there's no trace.
This could be bad news, guys, because if Lormian's got a hold of those data cores and that technology.
Well,
I'm wondering if it's the personal ethics.
Also bad. Also bad.
As I often say, bad news is just an opportunity to turn the corner toward better news ahead. So let's take that opportunity and turn the corner toward finding these people.
Okay, what corner?
It's a metaphorical corner, Meba.
You made it sound like you knew the answer.
Are you looking for the
That's
men's
gonna
room?
happen a lot. I'm a psychologist, but I'm not gonna ever give an answer. It's a thing we do. They taught me that.
It's been my experience that psychologists always do seem to have the answer, and yet I keep having to go back to them.
And they don't ever tell
Which,
you. They just make you figure it out. And it's
Yeah.
like, what are you
reminds
even
me
here
of
for?
it's not necessary to sign up for 3 check-ins a week. I was meaning to talk to you about that earlier, but I need to see the whole crew. You understand?
Were we supposed to at some point be like, I want to do my flashback now? or
Yeah,
something?
whatever. We could do that.
Should we do one?
Yeah, sure.
Do it.
Let's
Do
do
it.
one. Well, do you want to do one, Kate, or should we do Matthew?
No, Kate, you do yours.
Kate?
I guess I'll do mine.
All right. So, it says here your name is Meba. You're from Ferengana?
Yeah.
And your
Wait,
role
real
here...
quick. What does your office on the ship look like, Fred?
Oh, great question. It's very upholstery heavy. There's lots of places to sit. There's like a fish tank built
Like a
into the
conversation
wall.
pit, like-
Yeah, and on the wall next to the fish tank, there is at first what looks like a super like abstract art that almost looks like static or whatever. And when you come in at first, you look at it and he like looks at you and smiles. It's like, look at that long enough and you'll see a sailboat. It's like a magic eye is what they call it. Yeah. It's brand new when I went into the popsicle stand.
That's malpractice for a therapist to have a magic eye painting in their office.
Well, I'm not much of a therapist. So maybe, according to your files here, you grew up. Tell me about your childhood. Let's start there.
So she's got these earrings on her ears, and connecting it are like a couple nice silver looking chains. So when you ask that, she kind of like does that, like hands them or whatever.
He makes a note in the pad.
And you know, I like therapy. I go to therapy. Like, therapists are great. I don't know why I'm reacting this way.
Yeah.
Anyway. So she says, I grew up very briefly on Ferengar. I didn't spend a ton of time there. My mom was very focused on getting me off the planet. She saw potential in me to do other things. She didn't want me to follow the steps that females usually take.
Yeah, I read up on that. Kind of disturbing, honestly. I think your mom was a wise lady. Talk to me about what do you anticipate? What are you hopeful for in your posting here to the bracket?
I want to run a business, the biggest business that there ever was. I want to make lots of money. And then I want to... I don't think I want to spend it. I think I just want to hoard it. I'm not sure yet. I'm still growing up. You know?
So you're a dragon.
Well, Meba, the Federation likes to say that we live in something called a post-scarcity society. I know out around the rim there's gold press latinum and all this other wealth stuff, but the replicator really gives us everything we need in the Federation. We've looked past wealth, right? I mean, you buy into that, don't you?
No.
He just taps furiously in the pad. Oh, okay, all right, I see.
No. I mean,
Delusional double underline.
that's the problem with you people, is you don't consider the culture that I came from. You think I left, and that means I completely go to it.
Oh, well, Meba, I must
And
say
I mean, there are parts that suck. Like, I wish I could choose to not be a baby machine, but I can't right now. Maybe later.
Well, you raised some interesting points. The Federation does sometimes make some broad assumptions that perhaps are not for the best. You know, I think, in the long run of things, the Federation's gonna learn as much from Meba as Meba's gonna learn from the Federation. What a great opportunity. Just be
As
sure,
long as
Meba.
the opportunity is equally beneficial for both of us.
Well, as your ship's counselor, I'll do everything in my power to make sure that happens, Meba.
I didn't realize that in these sessions I was teaching you things. If that was the case, I feel like maybe I owed compensation. I thought that these sessions were for me.
I'll tell
for
you what,
my
Meba.
benefit.
Right
I feel
after...
like I'm helping you.
You are helping me. In fact, it's a two-way process. The whole crew helps each other.
No.
I'll tell you what,
not...
Meba.
Okay.
I think I've got everything I need here today. It's been a great
I
session.
hope you just have everything you need that I gave you.
I would say it's an exchange. And,
I did not agree to an exchange. I agreed to a one-sided conversation.
You make a compelling point. Here's what I want you to do. Doctor's orders. After this, find the nearest replicator and order yourself the biggest bowl of worms that you can, and that'll be the exchange. You get to have the biggest bowl of worms. Since Ferenginar and they're replicated worms, I understand there are problems, but that's all I can really exchange, other than wisdom, and you can't put a dollar value on that. Am I right?
No, you
Anyway, I'm
totally
right.
can. I can itemize an invoice for you of everything that I provided for you today, and I expect some sort of payment plan or interest, or like if this happens again, like this isn't gonna happen again.
It is gonna happen again. In fact, I'm scheduling you from 2 days from now to come back for another session, which I see is fairly desperately needed. I'll see if we can square away the compensation issue by then, and we'll work through some of this stuff together.
Oh, okay. Well, if there's compensation, then yeah. I'll see you next week. I'll see you tomorrow.
No, 2 days from now. I've got 3 appointments with Lieutenant Arf between now and then, so my schedule's unfortunately booked. Very needy individual, that Bolian. He seeks affirmation, but, you know, we've all got our...
28, returned from the astral plane approximately 13 minutes ago. This was his 21st dive. Patient is experiencing migraine-like pain, intense pressure behind the eyes, and functional blindness. He has no recollection of his time in the astral plane and appears severely disoriented. Preliminary examination revealed no immediate cause, so we will be sending the patient for x-rays and... What the fuck is that thing? God, it burst right out of him. Call Black! Get Marshall!
Our mountains to climb, isn't that right, Meba?
Yeah.
I'm afraid your time's up, Meba.
Okay.
This has been valuable for me, and I hope it's also been valuable for you.
It will be when I give you my invoice.
Okay. I'll look for that, Meba. Thanks so much.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Deserves a distinguished service medal or something, having to treat the people on the ship.
It's a process.
Therapy on a Ferengi, and then pretty soon you get one on a Romulan.
Also an extremely needy bully.
Locked in.
I'm starting to realize that.
You're embracing it.
Yeah.
By the way, I was watching this episode. Geek and Sundry did a Star Trek Adventures series called Shield of Tomorrow. Probably most of the people already know about it. It is amazing. Like, production values and everything is really great. It's a very different focus than ours. So we have that flashback, and you guys are getting ready to load up.
Yeah, sure.
Check. Use the sensors there.
Use the sensor.
And you'd have to like get a little elevation probably to be able to get it.
Oh, okay.
So you'd have to take off, but you should be alright. So you start heading towards your shuttle, and all of a sudden, this is a place where I would normally call for a perception check. Any of you with the security 2 or higher? I know Meba does. Does anybody else have 2 or higher?
Rutherford does.
Okay. And then Matthew, do you have?
I have a security of 1.
Okay. So, all right.
ARF is all about harmony and cohesion, so that we can work together to build a better galaxy.
Okay. So everybody, ARF is oblivious, but the rest of you notice that the wind, like the weather, like settled down quite a bit. Like once you got like, close to the planet's surface, windy. But you all notice, the rest of you, the 3 of you, notice the wind like kick up, and it's kicking up these like clouds of ash in this the wreckage here. And in a moment, none of you can miss this whirring sound as these flying aircraft like boom, like come over the tree line, like 6 of them. So, and they like hover around the crash site like mosquitoes. And they all like land around you and the Aero shuttle, and out of them comes pouring these. Each one of them holds like half a dozen humanoids, all bearing some kind of energy weapons, and they gracefully kind of like foam, like lope towards you, and they all like raise their weapons pointed at you. And one of them is like wearing what looks like some kind of a military uniform, and comes marching towards you with hands behind your back. And she says, "I presume you're Starfleet. You will be coming with me. Give me your weapons." And we'll see you next time.
Oh my God, no!
See you next time.
No!
We do. I don't know.
Lormians, Skip? Or Skid, are they
They do
Lormians?
appear to be Lormians, yes.
Okay.
They're either Lormians or really advanced Safakas. There's some kind of prosimian, you can't tell, but they do have guns. So
Can I
thank
pull
you
her
all
into
so
a
much.
counseling session?
We're gonna have more counseling sessions after this. Thank you, everybody. Please, I hope whoever won the giveaway, congratulations. And we'll see you next time for the wrap-up of this incredibly insane adventure. Thank you very much.
Everyone. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Androids and Aliens. As is tradition, we will start with the national anthem. Ellie?
I know the melody. I know the melody and the first. Okay. Oh, say, can you see? And something with the bombs.
Wait,
Bombs are falling.
Are you
And
taking
then-
are you taking an oath and covering your
This would be the worst start of a baseball game.
Great that Ellie come out and sing.
My favorite part is in the middle of it, and it's like, oh, and there's something with bombs, and then it sounds like fireworks. So
Falling down.
Pretty accurate.
And I know the last thing. And the land of the free.
Sounded like Barry White himself was saying.
Oh, good job, Elidor. Well done.
Yep. Hashtag Patriot.
Yep. Glad they didn't ask that on the test. Give us one lyric from the American national anthem. She got one. She got one.
So Ellie, I feel like you missed your opportunity to convert us all to Swedes in the music that's when you were singing the Swedish anthem right there.
No, that one sucks. However, the Russian one. No, the Swedish
Not
one
enough
is
bombs.
super boring.
The Swedish one is a slap, as the kids say.
Well, the Swedish one has the only cool thing about Swedish one is that it ends with like I want to die and I want to live in the north. That's like how it ends.
Oh, I like
It sounds like a badass song.
Yeah. They're saying like Sweden is Valhalla. Like I want to die and live in the north.
How does it translate? How does it translate, like, with the tune? You don't have to sing it, but give us an idea of what that's like, because that sounds pretty badass.
Do you want me to sing it in English, but with the Swedish
No, I want you
tone,
to
or
sing
like-
it in Swedish.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. And it's honestly the only lyric I remember from the song. But so it's Ja, jag vill leva, jag vill dö I Norden. That's it.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Anthem.
Well, that's a good one. That's what everyone remembers. So every football or soccer game, you see a bunch of drunk Swedes being like, "I want to live in the north and die there." But most of them are expats like me, so it's like, no, we're not going to die there.
No, we're just kidding. We're moving to America.
Just kidding, we're moving to someplace warmer.
We'd rather
But,
die there.
the Russian one, even though, like, I don't have any affiliation with Russia, don't worry, guys. Their national anthem is pretty cool. And then, like, that one is, like, a really cool, like, the melody. It's the same with the French one. It's also a really cool one.
The
But,
Marseillaise is awesome.
Marseillaise.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
And God Save Your Queen, or, yeah, the English one is pretty cool, too.
You don't get to hear these except for like the Olympics. The Olympics is when you're really like, oh, I forgot about that one. The Canadian one's not so bad.
That's my favorite one.
The Canadian one?
Canada.
Yeah.
It's easy to sing. It's uplifting. There's no guns in it. It's great. No bombs.
No bombs.
100%
no
fewer
guns.
bombs than the national
Way
anthem in
less.
the United States.
I love that tradition in hockey games, and that whenever an American team plays a Canadian team, they sing both national anthems. It seems so old-fashioned. Like, I wonder if they'll still sing national anthems at sporting events, even 10 years from now. I don't know if they will.
I don't know.
Does it seem old-fashioned? Everyone have a
It does.
flag in your yard, sure.
I've never really liked it. I'm like,
Yeah.
why is this?
What does
this
one
isn't
thing have to do
trying
with
for the
another?
will? Like, I'm just here to watch a basketball game. Like, why do we have to affirm our patriotism before the Wizards play the Celtics. There's no reason.
I guess it's
So do you
celebrating
hold-
that we have the freedom to enjoy sports.
To
whereas
play
other-
ball?
Which
people
no other
don't.
country has, by the way. No other country can go watch people play a game.
Yeah, but no other country can pay unbelievably extortionist prices to do so. So I think that's freedom. I guess that's the freedom that we're paying for, is
That's freedom.
to pay
And still paying
absolutely unreasonable amounts of money for a seat at a sporting event.
and pay minimum
Yeah.
wage to the people who have to clean up after your drunk ass.
Right.
And the land of the free.
So good. So good.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up. I have a bad feeling.
No, Ellie, don't
No,
look
you
it up.
nailed it. Please
Don't look it up.
Please don't look it up, Ellie. It ruins
Sorry, I
it. Google ruins everything.
I think everyone has the same question on their mind as I do. What is David Winter's favorite national anthem? David Winter's
Ooh,
back,
David Winters.
everybody.
I found all those missing altered items.
All of them? Wow, you have a gift, ma'am. But those weren't all of the altered items missing from the Panopticon. The hiss must be making them restless. We've had several more containment breaches.
How many of these things did he lose? How many?
Just a couple. Should be no problem for you. I really appreciate your help. Really. Just super.
I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always.
All right, I won't take up too much of your time.
David,
Hello,
I bet you
hello.
have a real left field one that you like.
Now, I have a more important question, though. If Skid really hates the national anthem, how do you feel about the Pledge of Allegiance in schools, Skid?
Oh, there's no reason. No reason for it.
No reason for that shit.
Listen, my comrades, we have to rise up against such Western.
What's the?
All right, for
Sorry,
one,
I was gonna
welcome
say,
our new hand overlords.
When we were kids back in the 40s, you had to, I went to a Catholic school. I was Protestant, but I went to Catholic school for 16 years. And it was beginning of the day, it was Pledge of Allegiance, and then a couple of prayers, and then we sat down. every single day. Even that seems outdated. I can understand it in a parochial school, but I don't know. Very weird.
You know, I'll say, even I remember being in like 3rd grade and we were doing the pledge, and even at that age, I was like, I wasn't raised religious whatsoever. My parents were both Catholic and Jewish, so they were kind of like, here's everything you need to know, and I was like, both of these seem crazy. So I was like,
there's a lot going on here.
Yeah, and I was also like, there's more than one? Like, this doesn't make any sense. But I was like atheist. I was agnostic as a kid, so doing the Pledge of Allegiance, I was like, why do we say under God? And then eventually I would like not put my hand on my chest. I would like hold it and hover it. This was like my anarchist.
In protest?
3rd grade. I was like, I'm mouthing the words. I'm not actually saying them. No one will ever know I'm mouthing them. I was like standing up against the pledge, and I feel as an adult now, I'm like, yeah, I don't know why we say the pledge. It's kind of weird.
What is the pledge?
Question for everyone. Did anyone else do pledges to their state flag? Because in Texas, we did, before the national pledge, we did honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to Texas. One state of God, one and indivisible.
No, he's not joking. They seriously do that, and because they indoctrinate them from a very young age to prepare them for the secession from the Union, which is like for the war. Could happen at any time. Right. Like when Texas just feels like it, it's like, we're out.
What does the New York flag even look like?
Excelsior. It's pizza rat. It's just the pizza rat, like you get caught coming down the subway steps.
Honestly. Oh man.
Yeah, when I was in Texas, I had just never seen so much state flag. You can't find an American flag hanging outside of an official building without a Texas flag right next to it.
It's the only state in the Union where they have requested laws that allow the Texas state flag to fly at the same level as the United States flag. It's crazy. That's why I left. That's why I'm out of there. Love you guys
Now
in Texas.
listen, if you're sitting at home and you like flags, that's cool. We're not saying we don't like them, we just don't understand it. Don't get mad, all right? But we do all salute the flag. Role-playing games. What would that flag look like?
Flags? Yeah. Flags. Outside people's houses, like.
Got game when people for Glass Cannon Live, they'll have their flags on their RVs.
One more Steelers flag outside of a house. I need to see. Replace it with the Planet Die. I'll be very happy.
Okay.
It shocks me it's taking you this long. Considering we've been calling ourselves a nation for how many years now?
Yeah.
Oh, you're so right, Matthew.
Flag of the nation. Oh, man. I wonder if someday children in the morning before they start school will say the Pledge of the Nation.
You know what'll
they
be
hold
great
their hand
though?
over their heart and look at a dice flag.
Troy is always right. He is never wrong.
Amen.
What will be really great is in the post-apocalyptic future, whatever happens, natural disasters, aliens, when they uncover the remnants of civilization, they'll find this flag and they'll be like, this is what they believed in. They read it, they find like all the text, and they're like, glass cannon. Okay, yeah, this is something huge. People have flags of this.
Yeah.
Don't laugh. That's the big picture.
Whatever we end up doing, we just have to end up producing it in bronze. So it's the one thing that survives, and then that'll be the story.
For 1,000 of millennia.
Yes.
Debrief for Mirror Excursion 7C. Subject is Agent Hardy. Hardy spent approximately 3 hours in the mirror, the longest time on record. Can you describe your experience inside, Agent Hardy? Agent Hardy is physically healthy. All tests have come back clean. Yet the speech issue has persisted for hours. Calm down, Agent. It could be psychosomatic, but the fact that this only occurred after returning from the mirror makes a paranatural explanation more likely. I recommend a battery of tests and a Class Orange quarantine.
Thousands and thousands of millennia.
Similar to wood furniture.
Wood furniture. with the
Plastic, wood.
But you guys have the log, right? You have a that's the whole thing. You have a log.
Yeah, we do have. That's our cult, though. That's our side business.
Yeah.
The nice thing about the cult is that it kind of is self-perpetuating. Once you get it going, it kind of takes care of itself.
You just set up a vanguard in each state.
Yeah.
How far away are we from tax exempt status?
A wholly independent clergy from the nation.
Right, yeah. We separate our cult business from our day-to-day. Anyways, it's complicated. I won't get into it. Let's play some Starfinder, though.
Let's do it.
Hey, Starfinder!
How you been?
What you got cooking? It's been a bit of a wild ride since you ne'er-do-wells landed on the old planetoid that was, orbiting one of the 12 stars that makes up the Gate of the 12 Suns. You noticed as you were flying in, or even before you got to the system after speaking with Adam, that these stars are locked in an impossibly perfect circle, defying all gravitational pulls and known science, and they were placed there long ago to create a hidden demiplane in which the Kashali could hide the ancient superweapon known as the Stellar Degenerator. So you come in, you navigate the gravitational pull, and you land on this little controller moon. You traverse through the recently burned jungle and enter through the blown-out doors of this control center to fight more cultists of the Devourer. You've been fighting them since, what was that fucking planet called?
Castroville?
Little East
Castroville. Oh. But now you're fighting a sex known as the Desperate Hunger. They're nasty. They kill dogs and people. But you defeated the first group. You then delve further into the station and run afoul of a rogue AI who traps some of you in a vicious electric trap. I won't name names, Dax and Linnea.
Brutal.
You enter another room where more cultists, and the shadow spawn attack you while the aforementioned artificial intelligence eggs them on, shouting paeans to the Devourer on all of the screens in the room. You defeat them. You're beat up at this point. You try to rest, but more cultists break down the door led by a bloodthirsty half-orc. You defeat them as well. Finally, you rest and you begin exploring the remaining rooms where you meet another AI who calls herself Osteth. Not unlike the previous AI, these are Kishali holograms, similar to the Kish that you met on Lilistamok. Osteth explains that she and her partner Eltreth, the AI you've already met, were once Kishali scientists whose job was maintaining the Gate of the 12 Suns. Knowing the true dangers that the Stellar Degenerator possessed, having lived during the one time the Kishali used it, over time they came to realize that their own mortality was the one thing that could possibly allow this weapon to get into the wrong hands. So these two lifelong friends, brilliant scientists, made the ultimate sacrifice for the good of the universe, the good of future generations, and underwent this technological, magical ritual to leave their physical bodies behind and create digital consciousnesses of themselves that could guard over the gate for eternity. Osteth then goes on to explain that over time, Eltreth started to show signs of distress. At first she thought maybe it was a problem with his programming, but eventually she realized that he was being corrupted by a power greater than a mere programming error. The power of the Devourer. So she locked him away until she could figure out a way to heal her old
Shutters
friend.
in the image look different.
It's right around that time the Desperate hunger cultists came here, released Eltreth, and imprisoned Osteth. These stupid names. Released Eltreth and imprisoned Osteth in his prison, and then they went to work trying to open the demi-plane to get to the stellar degenerator. Luckily, before Osteth was put in her prison, she was able to overload the main circuit board in the control center's primary computer, which prevented them from accessing the demi-plane at this station. Now, the cultist leader, an android named Null 9. Her and the rest of the team have gone to another gate to retrieve the control board there. Once they have that, you think they can access this. Seems like they have scientists with them or someone with the know-how to open the gate and access the weapon. Once in their hands, they'll have everything they need to open the gate and rain destruction down upon galaxies. You're talking to Osteth's hologram, and she has come to the conclusion over time that the only safe course is to not only stop Null 9, but to destroy the stellar degenerator. But she also admits to you that this option really would have only been possible with the help of her partner Eltreth, but she knows that his digital mind has been corrupted by the Devourer beyond repair. So she makes the difficult decision to erase him. You need to travel to that other moon and stop Null 9. You need to get that control board. And during that time, Osteth is going to use all of her mental faculties to try and figure out a way to destroy the superweapon on her own without her partner. But you also know that there are still enemies in this very control center who could pose a threat to both you and Osteth. What do you do?
Did we level up?
We did level up. I was gonna say we level up, but
Like 10 episodes ago.
We leveled up, but we haven't rested at all, so we're strong.
Yeah.
But we're really hurt, and I'm out of a lot of spells mechanically. So if there's still, I'm just thinking if there's still fights that are going to happen.
Was it the end of last ep that you leveled up? I thought it was 2 eps ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep. I totally forgot. In my head, you had leveled up earlier.
You forgot.
All right.
Literally, the most important part of the recap. Just
I
that we
really
leveled
did.
up.
Yeah.
A really long recap, but you didn't mention
mention
Dax's
that.
feet. I just don't understand.
that, yeah.
What are you doing?
All right, well, let's talk about level up then.
I just want to make sure we have what we have if we're gonna.
Yeah.
go into
I'm
this
not
next
even
thing.
joking. We play so many effing games. I thought you leveled up months ago. And it's because I'm remembering 9th level.
Well, actually, to be fair, you're not wrong, because we were talking as we were setting up, and it was like, didn't we just kind of level up? And it's going pretty fast. Like, it wasn't that long ago that we hit 9th level, but I guess we're just crushing.
That's what you're doing.
So it's right.
You're so on point. Well, let's talk about it. You know what? Elephant in the room. Let's talk about the level up. And I want to start with Eleanor DiLorenzo. Eleanor,
No.
what did Linnea...
This is my
What
favorite
did
part.
Linnea do to make her even more unstoppable? And I'm only half joking. Linnea is a beast. Linnea has become the muscle of this group. When Qualo is all charged up, don't mess with Qualo. But Linnea is bringing both offense and defense.
I mean, she is.
Yep.
She like, if she rolls kind of okay, she's putting out like 35 points of damage on a hit. That's just.
Sure, she almost died 4 or 5 times over the past couple months, whereas now everyone else was totally fine.
Yeah, but
she's still a
that
character.
also might be because she's just going in. She's taking
going
it
for
for the
it.
attacks.
going for it.
That's more on me, to be fair. Like the player, sometimes I sometimes feel bad for my PCs because they're like so cool and amazing, and then I decide to run into a dark room with 0 resolve points. And that's the boss fight. So it's like cool. But I know what you're asking me because you know that I did something that I probably shouldn't have done.
I don't know.
What have you done?
So I multi-classed.
She did. She took the dip. She took a dip.
Let's see what she did. Let's see what she did.
Mystic dip.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Oh boy.
I feel like I don't want to step on Joe O'Brien's toes anymore. And so that's why I felt like it would be cooler to add something that's not soldiers. Also, soldier level 10 kind of sounded boring. Like my battle flower thing was kind of boring. And so I decided to take a note from her mom's book and took a level in Envoy.
Classic Soldier 9 Envoy 1 dip.
That is
Exactly.
By the way, Ellie, can I just state for the record that we are all fine with you stepping on Joe's toes because we need the help.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't know if "step on my toes" is really the right term. Did you mean like constantly outperforming me in every round of combat?
Yes, we're okay with that.
Yeah, I think
No,
everybody's fine with that.
I meant my 100 pounds stepping on your toes because I feel like when I took a soldier instead of going with Vanguard, you were like the look you gave me was like, how dare you, Ellie?
No, and we did talk off air, and I told you to go yourself.
Yeah, I remember.
I was there.
But this is so cute. This is very. I love this for role playing wise. Like she's leaning into what her mom did. So what, you can buff us or like?
Yeah. What's the plan here? What's a first level envoy gonna give you?
So the plan, initially I decided to like actually just give her the buff of others, like don't quit or get him and that kind of stuff. But then I found something called Spell Gem Understanding. And so, yeah, I don't know. We'll talk about it probably. Troy and I will talk about it probably. Okay, fine.
Wait, that didn't sound right.
So
climbing through their televisions to know what Spell Gem Understanding is, and then we'll hear how it really works from David.
Yeah, that's fair. So Spell Gem Understanding means that an envoy can basically use spell gems. Usually it's just for magical beings, people, mystics, or witch warpers. But in this way, an envoy can use a spell gem that has spells on it and cast them. And I was like, I'm ready to be a spellcaster.
And you have to take that instead of like a get 'em. It's an envoy improvisation, right? So your improvisation is spell gem usage. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and it might not be a great thing to take as a level 1 for envoy, but then I was like, she might die. And what if I never get to cast a spell? Ever, because I think I've tried to be a wizard once on GC Nation, and
good old hashtag GC Nation. Yep, that's what we call ourselves.
Remember, you guys remember the GC Nation podcast?
Yeah, we're gonna be on the flag. Yep. Hashtag GC Nation, the land of the free.
Land of the free.
Play ball.
Play ball. Ellie, I like it. I think it's cool. I think that is a cool thing to tie it to your mom. And I think this is an area that the party, you're filling a weak spot. We don't really have a buffer, you know? Right? Nobody really buffs others.
No, what would you say Kreska is, Matthew? Isn't Kreska more of a blaster, really, right? Or debuffer?
I'm kind of, I guess, debuffer. Yeah, mystics are funny. They're not like clerics. They don't have a lot of. They have some
like a
buffs.
blaster
And I do have some buffs on my list. But nothing that's been really relevant recently.
Then again, I'm saying buffer, or you get rid of all your buffing to take the spell gem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good choice anyway. Good choice.
No, but the spells I chose because my DC is so low at level at envoy, so like every DC for like if I chose something like I can choose, for example, mind thrust, but DC is like 16, so you would probably I would never succeed, and they're super expensive. So what I did is that I chose a bunch of boosts for myself. And I can technically boost other people, but I won't.
Okay.
Because
You can see where your head's at.
Little self-boost. No, that's
That
smart.
sounds-
You need utility spells where, at this point in the game, the DC isn't going to be enough for the enemies you're going to face. Let's go to Captain K. Captain K is a 9th level mystic. Did you finally take that soldier dip?
Aren't I a 10th level mystic now?
Well, that's up. You tell me. What did you take for your 10th level?
I took mystic. I stuck with it.
Oh.
That's not good. Yeah. Oh, where's Green Dog's in? Nothing but pale imitation. Another one? better be all of them. That explains why they locked this neighbor up.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
What do you get? You hairy
You get
bastard?
a connection spell at 10th level.
Ooh.
Which is
a missed connection?
Mind Thrust.
What are the odds?
Your Mind Thrust levels up when you get, and then it gets replaced by a 3rd level spell.
Oh, how much damage are you gonna do now? Oh, should we wait for?
I mean, I can tell you. Why not? I'll tell you now. It's 10d10.
Yeah.
10d10, yeah.
You know, this is the part of the game I was worried about because I remember reading the Starfinder core rulebook and the spells get ridiculous. There are some spells, I don't think we'll get to it in this campaign, where the damage is like roll 5d20. So you've got 10d10 for your Mind Thrust?
Yes.
Amazing.
Does it change the effect at all, or is it the same deal, more damage?
It has it's funny you should ask that, Sydney.
Yeah.
Because now
I thought it was a stupid question, Sydney. I can't believe that it wasn't. And I'm upset that it wasn't.
it's a great question because now at 4th level, if you fail your saving throw, you're also fatigued for 1 round.
Hell yes.
Wow. That's insane.
Sick.
This game was made by players.
And
What
then
else? I'm done with you.
my new connection spell is called Synaptic Pulse, which basically is it's a burst spell centered on me that I can stun all creatures for 1 round if they fail to save.
You like synaptic? I like synaptic.
I thought, as soon as I said synaptic, I regretted it.
Yeah. Well, I just felt oddly compelled to correct you.
No, I get that. I would have done it myself.
It sounded like fingernails on a chalkboard to me.
Yeah.
Wait, is that how you guys feel when I mess up words?
No, we have higher standards for Matthew. Cause we're accustomed to you doing it. Like when Matthew does it, it's like a hawk flying through a car's windshield.
It's gone now. This is gone.
Yeah, that's how it feels for me too.
You
should feel
not
bad.
a sparrow.
On the edge of a feather. I also can cast 4th level spells now.
You got 4th level spells? Oh, gross. And I bet you took blasty mind spells.
So let's wait and see what happens.
Yeah. I'm telling you, he's going to start rolling d20s for damage soon. O'Brien, of all the soldiers ever created in this game, I think it's clear that Dax is among them.
You know what? Dax really suffers. I apologize to everyone, and to Dax in particular. He just suffers from this is what happens when I play RPG video games, and why 10 hours in I always have to start over. It's because I start and then I don't have a plan, and I just kind of wing it. And then as I don't read anything, and then as I go, I'm like, I want to kind of do more like this now and more like that now, and then you just end up with being mediocre at all this stuff. So it's and I'm keeping the theme going because I can't decide. Look, as a I forget what the name of his first discipline was. Do you remember, David? The one where you're really fast and do
Blitz?
Blitz, right? Blitz. So Blitz. It's good for melee, but then I end up taking sniper later because I got these great long range guns. But now I got this awesome sword, Quala. And so I took something kind of related to that, which I think is fun, and it comes from Pathfinder. And with Dax having a lot of movement from Blitz, I think this is going to be kind of cool. I get a bonus feat at 10th level, a combat feat, and so I took Spring Attack. So now, as a full action, I can move, and I have 40 feet of movement. I can move, hit somebody, not provoke from that person, and then move to wherever else I want.
And you don't provoke when you move away either, right?
Right, only from the target of the attack. So it's like get in, hit, get out. I just think that it can make you really flexible to, maybe hit somebody and then even maybe hit somebody, put somebody down, and then go and be in melee with somebody else to just take attention away and be a target and be a tank. And so yeah, that's the way I went. And that's it.
Does it work like Pathfinder, where you have to take the tree of mobility to spring attack to? Yeah, that's a classic tree that people, a lot of rogues will go through.
Yeah, that's what it was. You have to have a dex of 15, the mobility feat, and a base attack bonus of +4, which is a much bigger. I did have the mobility feat, and oh man, that mobility feat makes me so angry, because like I would use it all the time. Just be like, I'm out of here, buddy. +4 to AC, and you would always roll like 1 over my AC on AOs. Like, God damn it! Nobody knows I have mobility. I can't beat his damage. So yeah, I think that's it. I don't think I missed a sniper ability, but I'll let you know if I did.
Okay, Qualo, Solarian. I feel like a 10th level Solarian is cool.
It is pretty cool. I have to balance out the revelations that I get in between Photonic and Graviton, or else I cannot attune myself fully for an additional round. So I had to take a Graviton revelation. If I take another Photon revelation, it would have taken me 4 rounds to get my full powers going.
Oh, that's a cool balance thing. I like that.
Yeah, I do too. And I was able to take Gravity Hold. And before I tell you about Gravity Hold, I'm kind of hoping that your kind of try it before you buy it mentality is going to go along these revelations, because I'm not sure how it's going to work in combat, but I like how it sounds.
2-episode Lemon Law. You have this week's episode and next week's episode, and then I'm sorry, Grant, it's out of my hands.
That is more than generous enough. This allows me to move objects at distance as per psychokinetic hand. Boring, you say. However, this allows me to affect a medium or smaller creature to immobilize, lift, or move them.
Ooh,
so with a DC 19
cool.
fort save, I can try to grab someone who's running away from us. I can lift him up. I can keep him in one spot so we can all fire down on him. So I like that a lot.
You're a Jedi.
You're a Jedi, yeah.
This is what we were told at Gen Con 50 when the guy ran us through a demo. He's like, they can't say it, but Solarian are Jedis.
The funny thing is I was thinking, and neither can we. But there you go. We did. Again.
There it is.
We're operating under the Glass Cannon Nation laws. We operate under a different flag than everyone else does. It's
That's right.
behind us.
We're the land of free.
Waters.
The
also,
other...
GC Nation.
Go ahead, Ellie.
GC Nation. Also, Disney is not known for going after small companies
they
at
never
all.
have.
Yeah.
They never have.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, Paizo's calling. They're pissed off that we said that. I'm talking about Disney. It's like, you can't just say shit's Jedi when it's not. You can't. You're not allowed.
Jedi is a religion.
Yeah, Joe is Debbie Downer.
I know.
The final fun thing I got, though, is I'm now +5 on strength, which gives me a minimum of +21 to damage. That's a +16 on a normal hit, +13, +13 on a full attack. And as he levels up, his weapon changes into a blue Kusarigama.
Oh.
A badass Japanese sickle weapon, like it's a short sickle in one hand that's a hook, and a chain is attached to it with a ball on the end.
Yeah, Kusarigama. Yeah. Oh, dude, that's a Neo weapon.
That's why I
never
play Neo
use.
too now.
It's completely unusable in Neo.
It's like a Go-Go from Kill Bill.
Yep.
Yes. But a sickle instead of a. Didn't she have like a chain, like a ball, a spiked ball?
Yeah, she had like a mace.
Yeah.
Grant, I feel like you're rubbing my ribbon now. Like you're taking away the cool.
I think you're stepping on her toes.
Yes.
And if you do that, Grant, I might die.
I know. I weigh.
That's true.
I weigh twice what you weigh, like exactly. So I think it might break your foot.
I will say
God.
Kusarigama is cooler than a ribbon. It's a very cool weapon. So Grant just
but I love
stepped on your Swedish toes.
I love the image of it because like whipping that chain around all 3 of his arms and like over his eyes and stuff, and then like whipping someone with it from afar. I love it. And the flashing
I
strikes.
wish you were Mei Shun with that weapon instead of Qualo, because Mei Shun could like spin it around her neck and then come back at you. Like Qualo can't do that. Qualo's a weird little crab.
Are you concerned about severing any of your eye stalk?
No, because I'm made out of silicon. Basically, it's like not a carbon-based concern like most people would have. I think I'm of hardier stuff than most people. But yeah, it's a good thing.
I also like to imagine you spinning it, but your third arm is still holding a gun pointed directly at you.
Dr. Gundatu Friss, is this the level where we finally see something cool? Because I feel like the past couple you've been like, my trick attack goes up.
I mean, I did get Spark of Ingenuity. I took another level in Biohacker.
Oh, okay.
So I get Spark of Ingenuity, which allows me once per day to combine the effects of 2 biohacks onto 1 target, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
And the other thing I get is weapon specialization for small arms, but it's a little disappointing because according to the feat, it says you get half your character level as bonus damage on small arms, which I took. But according to Hero Lab, looks like I only get half of my biohacker level. Which
Let's go to David Winters on this one. David, your thoughts?
You should already have it though from operative. Your 3rd level operative, you should have the same weapon specialization. It's somewhat uniform across classes, so
okay, all right.
It shouldn't really change anything. Yeah.
Okay. I forgot that I had it already. Okay, so I'm good. So that's it. And then the other thing, I mean, just getting those ability bonuses across the board is really huge. Like, especially intelligence for me, having my bonus go up from +5 to +6. Just getting those skill rank bonuses everywhere is really cool.
You know what? That's very important. I forgot that part. We all got a bunch of ability point bonuses, and
I forgot
I
that was
leveled
even
up
part of the system. Yeah.
So as part of that spring attack, I've forgotten. I leveled up my strength to 18, so I got another 2 hit and +2 damage.
Mostly because it's new class and I want to just keep it going. It's new. I want to figure out what I can do. But it's hard. I know we were talking about buffing, and it's like the spells that do damage don't do a ton of damage comparatively to like a Mystic or somebody doing like intense melee stuff. But then again, the Witch Warpers are really like for themselves. Most of the spells that I can do like only affect me. I can like save myself in many situations, which is cool. And narratively like makes sense, I think, for Callum as a character. It kind of sucks because I'm like, I can't give these to my friends. So I just took 2 cool 4th level spells because I also get 4th level, which is awesome. And they're freaking cool. I love them. I don't want to give it away. Like, I hope it comes up in the story. And then, yeah, I upped my con because you make me so nervous, Troy. Yeah. I just, like, you make me so nervous. Poison, like, I don't know. I up my con a lot, and I think maybe I should have turned straight to that. I'm so nervous.
Yeah, no, it's smart.
And other than that,
there's nothing wrong with throwing points at these.
And then I think like, you know, if somebody dies, if I put them into computers just because I'm serious, at least I could do something. Like if you need it, if somebody is hurt and like you can't do anything. So I don't know. I'm trying to think of the big picture, but I mean, not too crazy. But I do like they're getting fun. They're getting cool.
I should find the others.
They're absurd. They're absurd, and I think there's 5th and 6th level spells as well. Does it go up to 7th?
6th.
6 is tops, yeah, and they're world-breaking spells. I feel like 4th level spells are 7th level Pathfinder spells in terms of the damage output. They're very, very strong.
It was so hard to choose which ones to, because they're just all vastly very different. For Witch Warper, at least, they're like super different across the board, and you're like, what will I use? Like, what will the scenario be? What will Troy throw us into, and will it be useful? Or a lot of these, I have some cool spells, haven't touched them, totally useless. Like, don't make any sense to do. So we'll see. See what happens.
Tell you what, I'm so fired up for the end of this book. I'm about to throw some crazy stuff at you. But David, what did you level up?
I didn't prepare anything.
Scrap that clean, or there goes my
I didn't know I
reputation and
leveled up.
honor.
I didn't
Always
understand the
slacking
assignment.
that, Winters.
Yeah, that's what I'm known for. I will give credit though to Ellie as being the only person who sent me a character sheet.
That's
So
not true.
all of
That's not
that
true.
we were going through there was all news to me except for Ellie, and we discussed the spell gem thing in detail last weekend actually. But
I'm checking my email right now.
Maybe
That's not
David
true.
should check his spam email.
Dude,
I sent it.
pissed.
I sent it February 4th. Here's my level
You
10
did?
character sheet. Yep.
Wow, I was just gonna give Ellie a bottle cap, but if you sent it too, then I'm not gonna give out
Okay,
two bottle
fine.
caps.
Oh
so.
no! I didn't send
Thank
it.
you,
I
Sydney.
totally
Thank you for
made a
letting me know.
I
He
read the
was not.
wrong.
Sydney
no,
was
no,
not
it's
gonna
not in
give him.
there. It's actually not in there.
I was
No.
reaching for the cap. I was gonna be like, you know what, Ellie? Nice work.
No.
But if Sydney did it too, I'm not gonna give out two caps.
Hey,
It's ridiculous.
Hey, you know what? I'm good at poker, Troy, and I can see a bluff when it's right in front of me.
I was gonna do it. I was very proud of you. I was very proud of you.
Poker face. No.
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 Take
That's
that.
my anthem.
Was that a lady? Was that a Gaga burn?
Was that a Gaga?
It was me.
Before we jump back into the action, here's a quick word from our sponsor, Jedis and National Anthems.
I'm gonna get sued.
Wow, those Jedis are impressive in this game called Starfinder.
Those Jedis and all those kids.
Licensed
Unbelievable.
Jedis? This officially licensed Jedis in the game of
Jedis.
Starfinder?
Yeah.
Oh, I love watching Joe right now. Like he's shaking a little bit. Like he's
So
shaking his
angry.
leg. Like, he's
Stop
gonna...
saying that word. Stop.
How many, no, but in all seriousness, Qualo, how many credits did your lightsaber cost that you bought?
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure. I think I had enough midichlorians to trade in at this point.
Did you? I've been keeping track of your
Well,
midichlorians.
I
I don't
earned
think
them
you-
all. I earned them all pod racing on. I think was it Tatooine? No, that wasn't it in that one. I forget.
Might have been.
You guys joke. You're in trouble.
There's an algorithm somewhere, just all the words.
We find
The guy
out
in a
that
mouse
Cal.
suit just watching.
Don't you know someone though who works for the parent corporation? Yeah, can't you call in a favor?
Yep. Nope, they've been very clear. No favors allowed.
Disney World for free.
That's why. Can't get a free ticket to Disney World.
Let's get into the action here. I don't want to do the recap again. So, what do you want to do? I'll say you have all your powers, but your HP hasn't changed until you rest.
Oh wait, we have our spell slots back?
Let's just rest.
No, just rest.
Okay.
Now
just
you got
rest.
everything. You rest, and Oathsteth plays some smooth jazz on her flute, her jazz flute.
We're actually resting, right? That's not a bit. I can hit the button.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Grant.
So,
Excuse me.
boys and girls.
Sorry.
Yes, Eleanor.
I don't have any resolve points, so even if we rest, I'm not gonna be able to get my stamina back. But I can dance.
Oathsteth
But
is
I
like,
don't know.
I used to play this for Eltreth to put him to sleep.
Oh.
Now he is gone forever.
I'm cracking myself up.
Can you? Yeah, I was
When
gonna
you-
say that was an unbelievably sad story moment.
yeah, that really was among one of our sadder moments.
Yeah.
When you started doing that voice for the Kish droid, did you know you were going to have to do it for all the NPCs for the rest of the adventure?
No, I don't read ahead, so I didn't know there would be more Kish. But I'm glad. I'm glad that it's come back. I miss Harry T. I'm turning right into book 6.
Yes.
Please do.
Harry T and
Oh, can you-
Funky Bunch.
Can you bring back the auspices?
If you rest, you get all your stuff back, don't you?
Yeah.
Or do you have?
Well, I don't have. Oh, okay. We can't do that.
let's just rest out. I'm down a bunch of resolve too. Like,
reach.
do it.
All right, so you're gonna rest out, and then what's the plan?
Seems like we should hunt down the rest of the cultists still in the building. That way they can't threaten. I'm sorry, now I've confused the names of the holograms.
Ostreth and
Eldrith.
Eltreth.
Osteth and Eltreth.
Osteth and Eldrith.
And Osteth is our friend.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I want to do too. Let's do it.
We have 2 rooms, right? 2 door, or no, 1 door.
Thank you, Troy.
Yep, there is a door leading out of this room to what looks like a very small space. And then there is another set of double doors in that long corridor.
Right. All right, let's do the small one first, and then the big one.
Yeah, reach and clear.
Can I nab some healing on the way out? Sadly, I'm still down 21 hit points after the rest.
Ooh.
Did Frisk treat you yesterday?
Yesterday, but not today. Hasn't it been long enough?
Oh, it's a new day. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a whole new day.
Yes.
A whole new day.
So.
Day by day.
Hold on. Yes. Okay. So I've got a new figure now.
Ooh, exciting.
So. Shoot. I heal you some. Well, I'll get back.
Okay.
I'll get back to you.
I'll get back to you.
And Grant, you got your overnight hit points too, right?
Yeah, that was just at our level base, correct? Or do we have more than
Yep.
that? Yep. That was just 10 back, so I was at 45 out of 76 prior to rest.
Okay.
Oh, so you get 16 points back.
Oh, beautiful. And I'm pretty good.
Huge. All right. Dax will open the door.
Have we ever reflected upon the fact that this other room that we went into
You're right.
I don't recall talking
A baby
about
grand.
that.
Yeah, seriously.
Looks to be a small antechamber here, separating the room with the hologram and the room that the halfway were in. Of interest,
Doors.
Doors far to the east, heading north. We have not explored this area yet. I mean, there was so much fighting. I would assume that they would have heard something and come out. So I think we're fine. I put down my weapons and just opened the door.
Yeah, strip naked too.
Yeah, I'm gonna strip all my armor off. There can't be anyone in here.
I prostrate myself on the floor behind Dax.
Yeah, I go prone and open the door, weaponless and armorless.
Push it open with your foot as you lie on the ground naked.
Yeah, I blindfold myself.
I tie my hands together behind my back.
We all do it.
Yeah.
All for one
Is
and one
everybody
for
laying
all.
down? Okay, I'll now push the door open with my foot.
Let's take a look inside this room now that your vaudeville routine is over.
We are so confident there's no one else in this building.
Oh no!
Oh no!
We were wrong.
We were wrong.
No.
This-
Joseph.
This area is a cluster of workstations, crates filled with old technology, piles of tools, mostly very alien looking, but a few you could pick out, any of you with any engineering background, like, oh, that kind of looks like something from the Pack Worlds, but some is like, what the fuck would you use that for? There are a couple of unusual looking robots lying on a work table near the center of the room. But that's not all, because there are some creatures. It's like 5 different creatures. So let's talk about these this trio of robots up front here. They all kind of have lots of arms and legs.
Too many.
You would recognize them if you looked at the screens on the room where you met Eltreth when he set the trap off, and also when you went into the main control room. Remember you were seeing like video feeds of like the inside of a planet and like maintenance bots working around? They kind of look like similar to those bots.
Okay.
You also see a large drone in the back.
Oh, look at that gun on its tail.
That's some
Pretty
Terminator
cool.
stuff. Oh boy.
Yeah, very creepy. Terminator-esque legs. These like spidery legs coming out, kind of like a Doc Octopus situation.
Yeah.
And then behind that, you see a Yosoki.
Oh my God.
It looks like very similar to Dr. Friss in many ways, but yellow jumpsuit, giant wrench in his hands, and like missing patches of skin. It's actually a female Yosoki. Gun out, and you see red eyes and just like chunks of skin. I mean, it looks like a New York sewer rat. Long, gross tail sticking out from the back of the jumpsuit. Seems like this Yosoki has seen hard times. You open the door, and a fight breaks out. Roll for initiative.
Oh man, this is cool. So she looks like a mechanic, I'm guessing, and that's the drone. Is this like scorpion-looking thing with a like, instead of your typical poisonous stinger tail, it's like a plasma rifle on the back of its tail. That is epic art.
It's Mike and the mechanics. Callum, what did you roll for initiative?
A lowly 14.
You know what? Nothing wrong with a 14. Dr. Friss?
23 for Dr. Friss.
23 for Dr. Friss. Dax?
27 for Dax.
Ooh.
27, not to be outdone. Dax with a 27. Linnea?
28. Sorry, Dax.
Wow.
Get out of here with that.
Looks like somebody's stepping on his toes.
Yeah. Sorry.
18 to Qualo, the Jedi. Kreska?
22.
22 for Kreska. It's round one. The entire crew of the Sarissa are in the hallway. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enemies that you can see, and it is Linnea's turn. Linnea, what do you do?
Without hesitation, she runs straight for the large Hummer droid in the back.
Runs straight for the large Hummer droid. Do you have the movement? Because you can't move through these spaces, so you go around. Do you have the movement to get?
I wanna tumble.
Tumble through a space.
Yes, 15. I wanna go the middle one.
Oh, you want to go? So you want to just tumble right through from David?
Oh.
Well, yeah, just remember,
Just
Ellie,
like we said.
15 is to go through the threatened. 15 plus 1.5 times CR is through the threatened. It's 20 plus 1.5 times the CR for the through the space version.
Yeah, but the worst thing that can happen is that they all take their attack of opportunity on me. But then it's the first beginning of the round, and I'll take it. Because then they can't take any more attack of opportunities.
Okay, David, I can't take a reaction when I'm flat if I haven't acted yet, right?
Well,
Or is it
so
work different?
it depends if you rule this as being a proper surprise round or not. Kind of the way it's
It is
worded in
not.
Starfinder.
We are in
yeah, so
combat.
otherwise, people do have their reactions. There's not the auto flat-footed.
Okay, cool. So yeah, if you
Starfinder.
fail, you will eat the attack of opportunities. But that's what Linnea wants to do.
Exactly. But
I guess.
so I'm gonna try to tumble.
The one bad thing is if you fail, not only will you provoke, but you also won't get through.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then I'll attack the small one instead.
All right, so 20
well-
plus 1.5 times. 1.5. God,
It's-
1.5
it's
times
a-
the CR. Yeah.
It's a little trickier than that, though, because you technically have to tumble multiple times, because this first square, the one directly in front of all of them, you have to tumble through as well. Because you have to tumble through actually each subsequent square, which is something we messed up on a previous episode. So this first square is 15 plus 1.5 times CR, plus because multiple creatures threaten, that also increases it. And then you have to roll the 20 plus 1.5 times. then you have to. Actually, you don't have to roll it again, but you're gonna have to roll it twice. So it's gonna be.
Get it. Get it.
Do it. Just
Yeah,
try
fuck
it.
it.
Try
Yeah,
one
I'm
and
gonna try
we'll walk through it slowly. So this one is 15 plus 1.5 times the CR plus one bonus for each additional
Yeah,
fucking bot.
2 for each opponent. Yeah, so it's gonna be plus 4.
Plus 4. Okay. So 19 plus the CR. 1.5 times the CR. What did you roll?
28 on the first.
You made it exactly. So you're able to get up into that spot. Now it's going to be 20 plus 1.5 times the CR plus 4. So 24 plus 1.5 times CR to try and go through this dude.
Yeah.
Roll
Okay.
better.
Roll better. Come on. Ooh, I did roll better. 31.
Whoa.
Not better enough, unfortunately.
Oh no, I was so close. Okay.
So that
fine.
will provoke thrice, David?
Yes, and you won't be able to get through the square.
All right,
Yeah,
let's go.
but I'll take it.
You get up to there and you're able to slide right up before they can attack you. You get cocky, you try to go through, and they all just like come back on you with one of their legs, just slam, slam, slam. Let's see who hits. First one, 25 to hit. Cack.
Miss.
Second one, 28 cack.
That's a hit.
All right, second one hits for max damage, 17 points of damage. Wait, that one hit. I wanted to go back to Skype to see your faces. I missed it. The last one misses. So only one of the 3 hit, which is probably what you knew going in. That was probably your worst case scenario. So not bad. Now you can take an attack if you so choose.
And I'm gonna do a clean. Because I can
Beautiful.
Yes. And here it comes. So first roll. Yeah. Actually, maybe I don't know. Let's see. 11 plus. Damn it. It's my 26 against
26. That is a hit.
Oh man. Yes. Ooh, 25 points of damage. And then
5 points. Directly in front of you?
yes, and then within reach, the next foe. So I can do another one. That one. Minus 5, and I take a minus 5. Also 26.
That is a hit again.
Awesome. Here it comes. Freaking 31 points of damage.
Wow.
All right, so you take a little bit of damage, but you lay out massive damage to the first 2 bots.
Ooh, yeah.
I started the session tonight with this wonderful beer from Treehouse, single shot stout. It's a coffee stout. What'd you drink it, David?
Quadruple shot, but.
Well, do you have a massive headache like I have an hour and something into the episode? It's horrible. 8 minutes in, and like it's only 1 beer. This is only like 6.5%. But I have such a dehydration headache right now. I want to run through my iMac. Anyways, good job, Linnea. It's Dax's turn.
Just
do something.
Dax, seeing this front line of defense all fouled up, all focused on Linnea, is going to use that opportunity that Linnea sacrificed to get by. So he is going to run with his freakish android speed around all of them and get right next to this dude in the back.
That's what Linnea wanted. And are you able to get around without provoking? Did you come the long way, like from
That is correct.
Nya to Nya? Okay, great.
Yeah, that is the long way around. He gets there, and as part of it, not as part of it, but during the turn, he will swift action, use his glove to materialize the ultra thin longsword.
That is cool.
Take 1 swing. This guy.
Right.
Here we go.
I love sword play.
2 hit.
No.
That is a 20 against KAC.
Oh. So close, yet so far, unfortunately.
horrendous roll.
If you knew how close you were, you'd be even more upset.
Thank you for not telling me.
But it was cool. It was cool. You're up by 1. It is Dr. Friss's turn. Your party here has set you up for a pretty good situation. What do you want to do?
Friss is gonna move forward into the doorway and take a look at what everyone's facing. He had his injector pistol out, so he is going to take a standard action and sheath it. And he's going to take with his quick draw, he's going to take a swift action to draw the Hailstorm Zero class pistol.
Ooh.
There we go.
And is there anything stopping me from identifying every different creature in this room? They're all free actions, right?
Yeah, I would say that's fine. I may not allow it for everybody, but I allow it for a brilliant mind like Dr. Friss to size up the room.
Thank you, Chuba.
Yeah, so go ahead and give me some rolls here. Obviously, 4 of them are robots, 3 look the same, and then you have a fellow Yosoki in the back.
Okay, so the first one on the robots in the front is a 42.
Okay, yeah, these are some sort of modified maintenance pod. With the 42, I can give you a lot of information. You know they have power known as nanite repair, which allows them to like slowly restore 6 hit points per hour. But once per day is a full action, they can restore 3d8 hit points to themselves or to any other construct with the technological subtype. So they can heal themselves. There's someone you might want to focus fire on. They are vulnerable to crits and vulnerable to electricity damage. That is certainly going to come in handy for those of you that can lay out or have a weapon that can lay out electricity damage. Beyond that, construct immunities are going to be might come into play, might not.
Okay. And then the robot that we assume is a drone standing behind them in front of the Yosoki. That is a 31.
Yep, it is a drone. It must be tied to the Yosoki unless there's a mechanic hidden somewhere in the room that you can't see. Has a little bit of DR. It's not super powerful, and you know that like drones and mechanics, the way they work together, they can't really do a lot together. They've got one or the other for the most part, at least when it comes to standard actions. So. Yeah, that's all you really know.
Okay.
And then the Yosoki?
Yeah. Oh, wow. That is a 44.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's a female Yosoki. You can pretty much feel confident that it is a mechanic. It's a weird thing. You're just kind of sizing this woman up, and you're like, what does she have?
Give them the resistances. Give them the resistances.
Yeah, that's what I was going to think. Electricity and sonic resistances. Very small, but a little something. Whereas you want to use electricity on the drone, you might not want to. Excuse me, not on the drone, but on the maintenance bots. You might not want to use it on her.
I should get these back to him.
Beyond that, that's really all you can size up.
Is she diseased as well? Do I see anything with the bare patches of skin?
Doesn't appear diseased, just appears like she's let herself go.
Okay.
Perhaps to the Devourer.
Like a Sith.
Almost like a Sith, yeah. Joe, what do you think? Is it Sith-like?
Have a good night, everybody.
Her dedication?
I have to go do a lot of paperwork now. A lot of paperwork.
Yes, her Sith-like dedication has left her with patches on her skin.
So, Friss just yells all this out as the rest of this round plays out. He's yelling about all this stuff like this, look, electricity, etc.
All right then, it is
electricity, etc.
Electricity and whatnot. Captain K's turn. K, what do you got?
I mean, I feel like I just want to kick the tires a little bit. So
stretch out your new 4th level spells. Take them for a spin.
Would you mind rolling a will save for the Yosoki?
This is fun to do in a swivel chair.
My microphone.
Yeah, I can do that, Matthew. Matthew, is it?
It is Matthew.
All right, Matt.
Thank you for guessing on the show today, by the way.
Oh my god.
Here we go. Will save from the Yosoki. Gigantic, massive fail.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Really, really bad roll.
Brother, take him to Valhalla.
I wouldn't even have told Linnea, a first-level envoy, what I rolled. I'm so positive it's a fail.
Wow. Let him die in the north.
Well, it was DC 20 if that matters to you, but it's 56 points of damage.
Wait. You're burying the lead here.
Please.
56 points of damage, and
What
you are
did you do to
fatigued.
her?
Mind thrust.
Mind thrust.
Oh, it's just a mind thrust. Jeepers.
And you are
I forgot to
fatigued
mention
for
she's
one round.
immune to mind damage. Did I not say that?
You didn't.
With his 42? 56 points of damage?
Yeah.
She might have a family, dude. She
Why
must
don't you
have
try
Kill
and
him
feed
with
Chris
maintenance
then?
bots.
We all turned to Kreska. We're like, that was too much.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
Too
man,
far?
You're going too far, Kriska.
that was uncalled for. That was way over the line.
Yeah.
She's also
to the dark
fatigued,
side.
Troy.
So you just... Dax comes up there and swings and misses, and she doesn't even flinch. She just kind of watches you, Dax, as you come up. And then, Dax, you're standing there, and this is all happening simultaneously in this 6-second increment. And Kreska just boom, and she whips her head back, and then comes to and looks at you, Dax, and is like, "Who are you? What's your name?"
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Moving right along, it is Qualo's turn.
I just want to shout this out just in case. Yeah, from the fatigue, you get a -1 penalty to AC, attack rolls, damage rolls, and then reflex saves, initiative, strength, and dexterity-based skill and ability checks.
Just say everything, all right?
And the amount of bulk you can carry without being encumbered goes down 1. But no
Well, when she raids your bodies, to be sure to count my movement on my way out of the control station. Troy, you moved 10 spaces with Fritz's head.
Oh, thank you, Matthew, for grinding the combat to a halt. These rounds go so quick. Sometimes we need a break. So thanks for jumping in there.
Stretch my wings.
Maybe that information was helpful to some of you. It would have been helpful to me to know. So fuck all of you.
Now I'm fatigued from hearing that. Qualo, you are up.
Hold on.
Qualo, do you have a father who's also a Jedi?
On my home planet, I was once known as a Padawan at a certain point, and that was when I was in elementary school. It was a Catholic school, just like you.
Sure.
16 years, and that's where I learned all of my Jedi Force powers.
You're impressive.
So at this point, the question is, outside of the source of his powers, is Troy and David, with the limitations of being in a straight line off of charging, you can move towards the target and do diagonals. Can I charge the drone or creature directly to the east of Linnea, from where I'm standing?
The one east of her.
Yes. That one. I'd like to move from here to here, and would that count as a charge movement with those 10 feet and a die?
Here are the pouches. I found 6.
Well, that's all of them. Not counting mine. Well, I guess I'll just have to wear all of them. It sounds sappy, I know, but that's all I can think to do.
Nothing's easy with the hiss. Is it rude to ask what's inside? What's inside the pouches? Too late now.
You know, the story's confidential, but, well, I guess I can tell you, being the director and all. So, the Bureau had heard rumors of werewolf gathering upstate every full moon. Us being rookies, they sent us to confirm it was bullshit.
Hold on, is he about to tell me werewolves are real?
Turns out, there was an altered item that was creating violent gravitational anomalies during full moons. Oh, man, we nearly did it that night. Well, to remember the occasion, we all bought silver bullets to wear around our necks. Just in case we ever ran into another werewolf.
So why did you leave the Rangers?
Thought I could do more good here. And somebody's got to protect the people who protect everybody else, right?
I have to go.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know. We're gonna get through this.
Diagonal.
You must move at least 10 feet, aka 2 squares, and all movements must be directly towards the designated opponent, though diagonal movement is allowed. So
yeah.
To get to that square, you should be fine, I think, right?
Yeah.
Can you start right by the door?
Fantastic.
5, 10. Yeah, you're good, buddy.
You're fine.
Just made it.
So Qualo is initiating a stellar rush. His body is wreathed in flame as he rolls into the creature, and he's going to substitute the attack that would normally come at the end of a charge with a bull rush, which will also inflict 5d6 worth of fire plasma damage.
Oh man!
So I'll do
his circuits. What's it called? Stellar Rush.
Stellar Rush. It's also the cologne I wore at my homecoming. Let's. Do you want to resolve the bull rush or the damage first?
Do the bull rush.
Resolve the bull rush first.
Okay, here comes the bull rush. 6 on the die.
No, you're not going to move it, but you might be able to shoot it real late.
Damage.
All right, are they reflexy? Yeah, they're pretty good, but actually they're not that great. 16 I rolled.
Fail, DC 19, 26 points of fire damage.
How much damage?
26.
I just want to listen to it. 26 points of damage. All right, not bad. This team is working together quite well. It's going to be the boss turn. Chimp chomp, chimp chomp, chimp chomp. All right, first my team's that hard. I want to just quality attack. It's going to try and do 2 slams. Just on Qualo, full attack. First attack is a 28 against CAC. Hits Qualo for 14 points of damage, and the second attack, another leg comes down. Minus 4, 9, 24 to hit.
Miss.
Miss.
Dodges out of the way. Last second.
With the second one. The one right in front of Linnea. 2 slams. Ooh, almost a critical. Instead, it was a 30 to hit Linnea. Yeah, that's going to hit for 14 points of damage. And then the second one misses, almost a fumble. And then the third one, I kind of want to shoot you. No, slam's way better damage. All right, 2 slams on Linnea. Natural 20.
Oh, no.
All right, this is gonna be. This is a named maintenance bot. His name is Harold. No. All right. Doesn't matter if it's named, Joe.
I would have been so mad.
No, we don't have fan criticals for Star
All
Wars.
right. Sorry, I yelled. All right, double damage. Nope,
Yoda.
quadruple.
No, roll
All right,
twice.
double. Roll twice. Ooh. Ooh, almost boxcars. It is going to be Linnea. This is legit damage. This is 29 points of damage on that crit. And if you're following along at home, it still has 1 more attack. That was a nat 20. Here's the second one. Another natural 20.
No shit.
my
No
goodness.
way. Poke his face.
With
No.
the old GCP prototype die. Wow. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna roll 2d6 at the same time. Oh my gracious, Charlie! 32 points of damage.
Dude, I'm down. I'm freaking down to hit points.
What?
Oh, man.
You just got crit twice.
Maybe you shouldn't have taken that envoy level.
You know
That'll
what,
teach
Joe?
you to be creative.
Joe, you will feel a pain on your toes tomorrow.
Oh my god, it's like waking
Wait
up
a
with a
minute.
horse
Do
head.
you also
got me here
have 2
too?
episodes to undo an entire class level you took?
The lemon law only goes so far. So yeah, the first one gets a little clip on
Escape
Qualo. The
clean,
second
she
one does
said,
whatever.
cocking
The
her
third one, crit on Linnea. Wow, it was like 50-something points of damage. Awesome. Let's see whose turn it is now. It is Callum's turn. Callum, you will act before the mechanic and her drone.
Great. I also just want to say, unrelated to the things we were discussing earlier, and I won't say names because of legal reasons. I did my hair tonight. Look, just look.
Yes.
I was gonna say.
Oh, yes.
I was gonna say it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Completely unrelated to everything, but I was like, oh my gosh, I look like this unnamed character from this popular movie franchise where they rebooted and did a whole series, and I'm not going to say anything on air because I don't know if I'm allowed to.
Jar Jar Binks, everybody.
Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Binks.
The classic. Yep. All right.
Fan
anyway,
favorite.
Liam Neeson. I was doing Liam Neeson. Anyway.
This Qui-Gon Jinn.
Callum.
The greatest Jedi of all time, Qui-Gon Jinn.
Callum is going to murder a bunch of children in a small room with his lightsaber. And then
You talking about Order 66?
Younglings. Callum is going to do something that you've seen before, except this time he's got more control over it. Callum's not scared. He's been fucking scared. Okay. He is going to suddenly. Grant lost it now.
Wow. The Order 66 happened.
I love when we get Grant.
I know. Grant's silent laugh is like my favorite thing. Callum is going to go into the have not seen this, and
It's the teen boy. And it's like, no, we don't want this. Let's go on.
Explain yourself.
No, let's
My
move on.
question is, David, I would like to move up here, but I'm not actually sure how the invisibility works in terms of arrows. Do they know?
No, they don't.
Okay.
Your thing is the skin mimic?
Yes.
They can't see you, so you're able to walk right up there. If you want to walk through their space, then you and I might have a conversation, but they're just sleeping around. They can see you, they can't attack you. Also, they've already used their reaction for the round trying to smash Linnea. So you go invisible and you slide up there. It is the Yosoki's turn. She turned to Dax. Who are you? What's your name? She keeps looking at you, Dax. Why have you come so far from your home? Don't you understand? that what you want doesn't matter? And then she turns her attention to the drone and speaks in some weird language. And the drone moves in. Actually, the drone will stay right there and full attack Dax. And the drone just, this swoop hammer comes from behind it. Oh, critical here would be wonderful. Let's see. Ooh, that was close. That is going to be 23. Miss, right?
Miss, yeah.
Miss. All right, second one is -4s. Oh, natty 19. Got you on the second one. Ooh. So this is going to be. Let me get
I don't
my
understand. What did you mean when you said close?
On the first one?
Yeah. Were you saying close because you saw another number first?
No, I said it was a natural 20 and it turned into a.
Okay, because I thought it was close to a crit. I was like, this +2 hit is terrible.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Second one was natty 19 though.
Let's get
D10 is what I'm
clean,
rolling
she
for
said.
damage,
Talking
and I roll
about
max
it.
damage. 21 points of damage. The rocks are coming out.
What kind of damage?
Blood. That is bludgeoning. Let me see. You see the Yusoka, after she speaks to the drone, like move her hands to her armor, like she's not touching parts of her armor. Like she did something to herself. Let's keep going. It is the top of round 2, and it is Linnea's turn. Linnea, how you feeling? Not so good.
Not so good, but you know, I have at least my resolve points back, so I won't die. But and I think I'm gonna go to Cleveland again. But this time I will
I hear it's
go
beautiful
to.
this time of year.
I will go west. And Cleveland is west of New York.
I go off into the west.
Yes. And I
Stay in the fight.
I shall remain Galadriel.
Diminish. I diminish.
Another franchise.
Into the
I
west.
diminish. Yeah, I'll go to Cleveland, but I'll attack the one first, the one in the middle, and then the one to the west of the middle one, because I don't understand leopard.
Okay.
What you thinking there, Troy?
No, I'm looking at the map here, and I just wanted to make sure that Cleveland was west of New York, and it is.
Really? I was
Very
right
close.
about geography for once in my life.
Yeah, no, you're right.
All right, first round. Ooh, natty 17. I think that's gonna be a hit. 32.
Oh yeah. Easy targets.
30 points of damage. Here comes the second on the second west attack. Oh, this one is not as 23.
23 is a hit.
Oh, yes. 27 points of damage. Damn.
All right, so the one in the middle, 27 points of damage. Not bad, Linnea. Cleave.
Not bad. Not cleavy.
Cleave
I do
is-
take minus 2
minus
to my
AC.
Yeah, so you might, yeah.
Yeah, my 20s just hit you, so it really didn't come into play, but it's good to know.
Yeah.
All right, it is Dax's turn. Dax, you see Linnea got smashed, but she was able to return the favor to these things. This Yosoki is talking weird to you, and she ordered her drone to smashy. What do you do?
Dax is going to look down at the Yosoki, and he just doesn't quite understand what's going on, and he changes.
She's just looking at you, yeah.
Yeah, and he just changes tack, and because the creature attacked him, so he's going to move to the creature, and he's just thinking, I'm going to disable this weapon that it has, and then see what else comes of this encounter. So he's going to do 2 attacks, deadly aim at the drone. So swinging away, here we go. First swing, natty 18. That is going to do it. That is going to be a ton of damage. A 6 and a 7 and an 8 so far on 4d8. 2, Wow. That is 41 points of damage.
Wow.
On the first hit.
Wow, you see there's a little DR, but barely any. It doesn't even matter from a hit like that.
And then swings again. That is a 25 against KAC.
That is a hit.
Sorry.
Nice.
No, I forgot the minus on the second one. 21 against KAC.
I don't like when you do that, but that is a hit.
Oh, beautiful.
You know what? No, 18 against KSC.
I forgot the -4. All right, here we go. That is, beautiful. 40 even. 40 points of damage on the second
40
hit.
points of damage?
Dude, this ultra thin longsword is 4d8 plus 19 with deadly aim.
Whoa.
Sick.
Do you ignore the -4 on your first attack?
No, I forgot to add it, but it was a natural 18. Yeah, so I thought about it after the fact.
You hit the drone that she just asked to attack you, ordered to attack you, and she just casually watches, like emotionless as you attack it.
Detached.
Yeah, and it's like, do you think I care about that? Do you think I have love for this? You have, yes, love for something, or perhaps for someone.
Cybernetic chills. Go down the spine.
Don't you understand?
I can see you're upset, Frank. Why don't
Everyone you love will eventually just... And she only comes up to like your waist. Turn to dust. As the universe is consumed by entropy.
Ordinary. There's so much
Caring,
together in this one case.
loving someone is futile. Keep moving in the round here. And it is Dr. Friss's turn. Dr. Friss, you see Dax is like having a conversation with this. You see. A one-sided conversation.
You two can have a nice heart-to-heart afterwards, Chuba. And he steps up, and he's gonna take a trick attack shot against the droid on the furthest left, the westernmost droid.
Yes, the Cleveland of all droids.
The Cleveland droid.
Cleveland of droids.
That's a good name. New name for the baseball team since they have to get rid of the old one.
The Cleveland droids.
That is a 26.
The Cleveland Jedi.
Cleveland Jedi. 26 against
against flat-footed EAC.
Gross. Definite hit. Yeah.
And that is 33 points of EAC cold 33 points of cold damage, and it is flat-footed until the start of my next turn.
That's cold, man. That is cold-hearted. So Friss steps into the room, fires off a sweet shot at this drone, or this bot that Linnea just really laid out significant damage against. It is Dax's turn. Dax, let's go.
We used to play there all the time. Me and Dylan. And other kids as well. We loved it. This time, I remember, was different. We found a way in, deeper into it. It shifted. We went inside, and that's where we found the spy projector.
A dump is a place for lost things. Things that have been found wrong. Did you know that there when you were growing up, Jesse?
What? No. Yes,
But that has nothing to do with... Was there a slide projector at your home when you were small? No. Those were before your time, I suppose. But your family did look at photos together, maybe. In one form or the other? Maybe. When was this? Can you remember? At parties? Barbecues? How did it make you feel? Did your parents ever show pictures that embarrassed you? Was alcohol ever involved at these parties? Did your parents drink? Did that make you uncomfortable? No, that's just stupid. Come on. That has nothing to do with this. Nothing. The slide projector, let me ask you this. As a child, did you ever fantasize about worlds inside pictures? Inside a painting? No. Stepping into a painting? Into a hidden world? Escaping and finding adventure there? Away from your parents? I don't think so. I don't remember. Maybe. I don't know.
What's going on in your head? You had some android chills?
Well, it's not my turn, but do you want to know what's going on in my head?
Sorry, that's a different initiative tracker. I keep like 7 or 8 initiative trackers up. It is Kreska's turn. I don't care about your thoughts.
I really didn't think you did. I knew there was a mistake happening here.
Yeah.
If I didn't, just didn't react to that, and I was like, he's thinking blah, 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 and I attacked first, which we didn't want.
Just kept it rolling. It's too much. Kreska, you're up.
Kreska will point at the assailant. Please roll a fortitude as the molecules in air around your neck begin to tighten.
A Kreska classic.
I think I'm gonna pass this. We'll see. Feeling hot. I did not. 15.
That is a fail. Okay, so first things first. Oh. Okay, you take 16 points of damage from bludgeoning, if that matters. And you are immobilized. You cannot move and must hold your breath. You can still attack and cast spells and so on, but you can't talk, I don't think, if you're holding your breath. So that should save us a little bit of this weird Cult of the Devourer propaganda that's happening here.
Okay. Do you move at all?
Yes, I will come into the room and I will stand behind the man next to Chris.
Okay. All right. It is Qualo's turn.
I'll take the time of my turn to point out that the Cleveland Droids was enough for a lawsuit, as the word droid has been a registered trademark of Lucasfilm since 1977.
Wow, droid.
Yes, when Verizon released the droid, they had to go out to...
You dozen of damn things.
Lucasfilm in order to get the rights to use it. Anyway, moving on. Qualo is going to flashing strikes out at the creatures in front of him, the machinations in front of him. First attack is a natural 20!
Oh my god!
Come on with this.
Oh, rolling that damage twice. Here it comes.
The one right in front of you, right?
Correct, to start with. That will be 57 points of damage.
It's gone. It's gone. He explodes.
Second attack from the Kurosagama.
Sparks everywhere. Oh, Kusarigama.
Come on. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. The second attack is for 21 against kinetic AC.
That's a hit.
Yes. Beautiful.
Here comes the big old damage. 30 points of damage. Ooh.
30 points of damage? Okay.
And that is Qualo's turn.
Nice.
It's a good turn. It's a good turn, Qualo. All right. The one that you just hit as a full round action, you see one of the arms comes up, touches itself, and heals itself some hit points. That was 3d8, and I rolled 2 1s and a 2. Amazing, amazing round. And then this one will, might as well just stay there and attack Linnea twice. It's worth it. So it's gonna, the one that just crit Linnea twice will try again with 2 more slams. Seems to be the best use of my turn. Here we go. First slam. Oh, Linnea, 29 to hit.
Oh, fuck, man.
Yeah, dude.
That's a hit.
Max damage, 17 points of damage. And then second attack misses on the second slam-a-lama ding-dong.
Dude.
It is Callum's turn.
Okay. Callum is going to continue with my plan from the beginning, and he is going to sneakily, still invisible, run up to, he's going to get in between these two. He's going to run up to the big scorpion armored guy that just is trying to wail on Dax. And I'm going to cast Entropic Grasp, and Callum is going to slam both his hands into the side of this robotic scorpion, casting Entropic Grasp, and I'm hoping to basically make part of it crumble in a 3-foot. How big is this thing?
It probably, it's floating there, so you see you can kind of fly around. I'd say it comes from your knees to about your neck. Because you're a tall, lanky kid, right?
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a melee attack against you. David, correct me if I'm wrong. So I'm going to make a melee attack against your EAC.
What are you trying to do, though? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm assuming I can't destroy this thing. It's bigger than 3 foot by 3 foot. Okay, so basically this falls an item 3 foot by 3 foot radius, and I can destroy it if it's metal or plastic glass. Instead, I'm going to... Oh, go ahead, David.
You can do that with an unattended manufactured item.
I assume this is attended by the user.
Yeah, like you could do it on a door to like make a door or like a Qualo.
Cup of coffee.
Armor.
If no one was drinking it.
Right, so instead I'm going to do its armor. I'm going to reduce your KAC and EAC bonus. Okay. So let me make my melee attack and let's see what happens. Okay, I think so. 26. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to reduce your KAC and EAC bonus by 3.
Okay, so you just touch it and like degrade its stone plating, making it more vulnerable. Its circuits are showing now for the next person that attacks.
Actually, I would say a construct is a manufactured creature.
Go on.
Okay,
Yes,
this is a... Okay, David,
it's not going to do anything to your armor.
Okay, but instead, this is great. So if you're a manufactured creature,
What's this thing called? The spell?
Entropic Grasp. It seems weak,
Entropic Grasp.
but used in the
Okay.
right situation. So instead, I am actually going to deal 6d12 damage.
That's much better.
to your stupid little robot.
I told you these spells. 6d12.
Yeah.
That's like a 6th level barbarian rolling hit points.
Oh my god. So I'm gonna do 50 damage to your dumb robot dog, your MIT robot dog that can open doors. I'm kicking it as it tries to open the door, and I'm
Boston
pulling on it.
Electronics. You just you come up and you go boom, and it just explodes all over the place. It's gone.
All over Dax.
This is
All
amazing.
over
And you want to hear
Dax.
the cooler thing? I used a 4th level spell for my invisibility, so it's greater invisibility. So even when I attack, you can't see shit. You don't see me
That's
at all.
great.
I'm still
Wow.
invisible. This thing just
That is
exploded
amazing.
out of thin air, and all my allies can't see me either. So you guys just watch this robot dog.
Dax just looks at his blade and is like,
Sword is amazing.
I'm
it has a
so
delayed
strong.
effect. Pure destruction.
So that was against the drone, not the bots, right?
Yes,
Okay.
just the drone.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Amazing.
Jesus.
All right, so Kreska, explain to me again the situation that my mechanic is in.
He's immobilized.
She.
So you
She.
can't move. She can't move, and I'm just pulling it up here. You can still cast spells if that's something you want to do.
Can't speak.
Can't speak. You have to hold your breath as per the rules on page 404. You can still attack, except with bite attacks, cast spells, and so on. So this is each round the spell affects the target. The target can attempt a fortitude saving throw to have the damage and avoid being immobilized. I read that as on my turn when I concentrate again. Right, David?
Yeah, I would say so, because otherwise the effect might happen twice before you have to concentrate again.
Right.
Okay. My God. And you just destroyed her drone. All right, so she can't talk, she can't move, she can just do mental actions, but her drone's...
She can attack if she has a claw attack.
Yeah.
Oh, so she can move?
No, she can't move,
No.
but she can attack.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. She can physically move. She can't move out of her space. Like I can do this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I meant by move, not Starfinder move. And the reason I asked that is she looks around at the pieces